He buried more children than he crowned victories. He ruled through plague, betrayal, and war, and never let it show. He didn't seek glory, not even once. And he didn't find peace. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, lived a life not of strength, but of necessity. He didn't endure the loss of his children. He didn't endure betrayal from his own senate. He didn't endure illness or war to look strong, or grief to be admired. He endured them because he had no choice. He absorbed pain, not to resist it, not to fight it, but because it was his role, because someone had to carry Rome on their back, because duty doesn't wait for healing. It only asks if you're standing. He didn't resist the weight. He became the structure. He stood between collapse and order and said nothing. He inherited an empire infected by decay. Not just borders, but values. Not just cities, but the spirit of its people. Barbarians at the edges. The Antonine Plague devouring the population. Friends and senators betraying Rome from within. And death, always death, circling his family like a vulture. He buried children. He buried generals. He buried illusions. And every burial cemented another block into the wall he had to hold. This was the chaos he woke up to, every day. A collapsing empire, a dying people, a poisoned legacy. And he knew, if he fell, Rome would fall with him. He was surrounded by chaos, but he remained still, frozen, unmoved. What made him frozen? Not fear, not numbness, conviction. He chose to be still because movement meant collapse. Emotion meant exposure. Silence meant control. His stillness was not absence, it was resistance to disintegration. Because he didn't ask for fairness, didn't expect comfort, didn't waste time with dreams of a better world. He used what he had, and he gave what was needed. He didn't absorb pain to prove strength, but because Rome couldn't afford his tears. What do you do when you don't want to wake up, but you must? When you've lost too much and still have things to protect? What do you do when you feel everything collapsing, but you can't collapse with it? You rise, not because you want to, because the world demands it, because others depend on your silence, your stillness, your steps. Marcus Aurelius understood something most men never will. Life is not about how you feel, it's about what is required, and what is required is rarely what you hoped for. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. He didn't scream, he didn't beg, he didn't complain, because noise changes nothing, and duty doesn't care how you feel. He stood silent while everything collapsed. He buried his children, led his armies, wrote his thoughts in silence, every word a whisper against despair. He ruled the world with a sick body and a heavy soul. But he ruled, and he did not break. Still, he moved forward, not by strength, just by necessity, not out of hope, out of duty, because duty survives when everything else is gone. Duty, that was his strength, not inspiration, not motivation, just action, silent, necessary, repeated, like breath, like heartbeat, like a wall that never cracks. Because when you are broken inside, but still hold the line, that is not weakness. That is empire. He didn't chase greatness. Legacy meant nothing to him. Remembrance wasn't part of the deal. He embodied what was demanded of him. He became the structure holding everything together. A man stripped of desire, left only with function, and in that, he found meaning. Marcus Aurelius didn't endure. He became what was necessary, and so must you. You think strength will save you, but strength is not what holds the line. You need more clarity, more discipline, more silence, more detachment from what hurts, and more proximity to what matters. The world doesn't care about your limits, and neither should you. You're not here to be remembered, but to do what must be done, to become what is required, to hold the line no one else will, like he did. Frozen, still, unmoved.